welcome back. My previous video we spoke about my second pregnancy, and for this video I actually would like to talk about my first one. If you would like to hear more about my first pregnancy, please keep on watching. So my first pregnancy actually I got pregnant in 2015 of June. I delivered in April 3rd of 2016. When I delivered, I was 17, and then the very next day on April 4th, I turned 18. I am probably gonna have a little crying in this video, and I hope you guys understand. It does bring me a lot of memories, a lot of things that break my heart. So since I was underage, I was really scared to tell my mom. I told her until January of 2017. So when I went to my first doctor's appointment, I was already 7 months. My mom found out when I was 7 months. I didn't actually tell her face to face. I was very afraid to tell. I actually wrote her a letter and I left it in her car. And when she went to work, she read it. And when she read it, obviously, it did break her heart knowing that I was 17 years old and pregnant. And my baby was great, actually. I was taking prenatal vitamins without my mom knowing. I bought those at CVS, I believe. My doctor, the first appointment I went was in January, and he told me everything was great, that my baby was complete, he looked healthy. I cried, but thank God everything was perfect. He was good. He was healthy. He was growing perfectly fine. My parents never noticed because actually I would hide him. I would wear loose clothes. I would wear sweaters all the time, loose sweats, so I just kind of looked like I was gaining weight. It was never like, my belly was never actually big. It actually started growing after I told everybody, which was really weird. When everybody was sleeping, he was up. And when everybody was awake, he wouldn't move. I didn't really know much, but I guess he knew, when was time to move and when was it. I was working, but I was just a cashier, so I wouldn't carry anything heavy. My coworkers actually knew I was pregnant, so they would help me out a lot, and I do gotta thank them because whenever I needed to carry a box, they knew they would come get it down for me. I wouldn't carry nothing. So I took care of myself without, my parents knowing. Only my boyfriend and me and one of my aunts that I am currently close to knew that I was pregnant. So she would always tell me, come on, tell your mom. And to be honest, I was scared. I was like, no, like, what if she kicks me out? What am I gonna do? And she would tell me, no, she loves you regardless of anything. Your mom won't kick you out. She will always be there for you. My fear was too big that I didn't tell her till I was 7 months, which is very ridiculous, and I do regret with all my heart. I wish I could have spoken up earlier. I wish I could have had so much more strength to speak up about it. Actually, in February, I moved in with my boyfriend. I would sleep a lot and eat, obviously, but I never felt pregnant till actually I spoke up about to everybody, because after that, that's when my belly started growing. That's when my feet started swelling up. I felt like my pregnancy was so short, but I wish I could have took advantage of everything. I wish I could have took cute pictures. I wish I would have spoke up soon. So everything was going good. My baby was fine. I was going to my appointments. My parents actually didn't end up hating me as I thought they would. They were actually there for me. My boyfriend's parents were there for me. They still are till this day. And so the day came. It was a Sunday morning at 3 in the morning. I started getting contractions. I had like literally cramps, like if my period was gonna come. That was it. So it was 3 o'clock in the morning when it started. I was waiting for that big pain. Once I started seeing that my cramps were like constantly every 2 minutes, that's when I was like, you know what, we have to go. Like, I'm not comfortable anymore. I was already 4 centimeters open, but they just didn't find my baby's heart. I felt like my world fell apart. It was so hard. I didn't understand anything because they had told me that everything was going so good. I felt like I was going crazy, like if they took the most important thing of my world out of my hands. It was the worst feeling ever, and I really felt so terrible. One nurse would come in, and then 5 minutes later another nurse would come in, and then 5 minutes later another nurse came in, and they're like, you know what, we gotta call the doctor so he can come. And I didn't understand. I was like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And then they told me that they couldn't find his heartbeat. I felt like I had one job, you know, to bring this baby into this world, and I failed. That's how I felt. After that, they put me in a delivery room, and I started signing papers, and I had to deliver him normal. It took 12 hours. The doctor said that the umbilical cord was too short. So I guess when he was trying to push out, he was stressing out. He pooped in there. And I kept telling everybody, don't cry. Everything's okay. He's fine. He's in good hands. And everybody started crying because they didn't understand what was I going through. They seen at first I was like dying, and then my world was falling apart, and then all of a sudden I was so calm. I would just wipe my tears off and say everything was okay. I don't know how I can actually even say everything was okay. I don't know how I did that. But everybody was thinking that that was like my way of saying, now I have a beautiful baby that I'm so in love with, that I'm so obsessed with. I'm not. I don't have any anger against God, actually. All I do is pray and tell him that I really miss my baby, that I love him. The first month after I came out of the hospital, I was calm. But then the second month, it hit me. My depression started coming in. I wish I would give anything to have him here. I wouldn't care if I would never go out again, but I have him here. I stopped talking to family. I stopped social media. I stopped going out. My boyfriend would try to take me out, but all I wanted to go was to the cemetery to be with my son. That's all I wanted to do. He would cry too. He was very sad, but he was very strong. And I would always ask him, why don't I ever see you cry? Like, cry with me. I'm the one that will understand you. I'm the one who's gonna understand you the most out of anybody, because I lost the same son you lost. I was like, why are you crying? Does it not hurt you? And he's like, yes, it hurts me a lot. But you know what? I'm the rock, and you lean on me. If I fall, you fall. And I can't fall because I want you to stay up. When he told me that, I realized that I was very lucky. I was very lucky to have an amazing man by my side. And little by little, he would take me out. He would do anything to make me smile. He brought me flowers. He told me the sweetest things. He would take me on dates. And little by little, it got me back up. I still cry till this day, apparently, as you can tell. Feels like if it was yesterday. For those who actually stayed and watched it. I hope that if you lost a son, whether or a daughter or baby in general, I hope that you know you're not the only one out there, that there's many people out there that have lost a baby. And actually there's not many that had the opportunity like I did to see him, to know that I carried him 9 months, that I got to feel him kick, move inside me, make me grow so much love for him, and to get to experience, carry, and deliver and push out a baby. And I thank God for that regardless of what happened. I really do. I really do. And with my second pregnancy, I was really scared. I was so scared. I would pray every day that it wouldn't happen to me. And I would go to church and I would kneel down and beg him to be there for me. I would put my pregnancy in his hands and I would tell him, God, if you really think I don't deserve this child, I know you will take it away from me. But I beg you to watch over her and to let me have her. And I promise you, I will take care of her with my life. I promise you, I won't fail on her, because I really, really wanted this baby. 8 months later, I got pregnant. But I don't regret getting pregnant. Neither one. Both. I had 2 different experiences. 17 and losing a baby is very hard. And then knowing the fact that my son died on April 3rd, and then my birthday was the next day. No, I didn't even want to celebrate it. I didn't even want to see anybody. I just wanted to be home. Actually, I couldn't even sleep in my room for 3 weeks because I already had my crib set up. Sorry, my makeup's running. I had my crib set up, and when I would walk in my room, everything was gone. I told my mother, no, you know what, do me a favor, take everything out. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to remember anything at the moment. And she did. She took out everything. There was not one thing here, but I still couldn't walk in here. I couldn't bear to imagine my crib here. I couldn't. It would break my heart. It would replay over and over in my head. I couldn't sleep. I had to go to take therapy. I had to go to the doctor so my doctor can give me allergy pills. I don't have allergies, but since they would cause sleepiness, that was the only way I can sleep. I hope that I didn't make you guys cry like I did. I'm sorry. Every time I think about it, I cry too. It is the worst feeling ever. But I'm here for you guys. For those people who lost a child, I feel you and I understand you, and trust me, things will get better. And I still remember him. It still breaks my heart. And I still go take him flowers at the cemetery, but I'm not depressed anymore. I know he's in good hands. And I want to be healthy for my child, for my new baby. I really do. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching and for hearing me out. Bye. See you next time.